Hi, in this video I'm going to cover the Senate passed the bill which could delist the Chinese company. The reason why I'm doing this video, I'll dilute in the layman term, okay, what does it mean, okay? If it's trying to delist, on what criteria it's trying to delist. We've personally go onto their annual statements which they file to SEC Gov and verify that, at least to satisfy, to see the facts, right? So that's what I'm going to do first, but let's get started from the beginning. Okay, so what this bill is, basically this bill is, I'm reading my notes as well, sorry about that. The House of Representatives on Wednesday passed a bill that could restrict many Chinese companies from listing shares on US exchange or otherwise raise money from American investors. So first of all, we need to understand, okay, why somebody wants to list on the US exchange. One of the main reason is, okay, this is a very big market, and when companies want to list their stock, basically they are raising the money. So that's, hopefully we are clear on that. This act is known as Holding Foreign Companies Act, right? And it's once this act came, the Donald Trump, who is the current even president of USA, he immediately signed it and then give it to Senate, and Senate also signed it. But what this bill is aiming towards, so this bill is what is aiming toward is to let the Public Company Accounting Oversight Board oversees the audit of their financial record if they want to raise or buy money by selling, both by the stocks or the bond markets. Mostly people talk about in the video on the stocks, but there is another way, like a bonds, which is they get the fixed return to raise money from the public. So that's what is to the US public, right? Because this act on the US stock exchange. But they give a period as well. So there is a catch here. So it's not like immediately they will do certain action. No, they will. So what is while the legislation provides a phase in the periods, basically there will be a penalties, and the severe penalties will be the delisting for sure. But there will be they should have to comply for 3 consecutive period, right? Sequence, one after the another. If the companies whoever wants listed, if they won't comply as what the US is saying, or then they get delisted under this act, and or basically just banned on the simple terms from those exchange. So one of the easy question is, okay, what's the reason for it? The reason for it is more, if you can see on the journal term, this is more on the data control, right? When it's assumable when the data goes to SEC Gov, basic security exchange, right? This company, it should be audited by a third party, right? When it's audited, for example, PricewaterhouseCoopers, Ernst and Young's, these are the other two names. There are many other names as well, which goes to the financial statement. Most of the time when you read the financial statement, you find that it's signed and say, okay, these are our auditors, right, who ensure that these numbers are correct. So that's what even US is saying, that okay, if you want to raise money here, our auditors want to ensure your number is right. So now the question is these companies are not willing to do that, open their books, or the Chinese government is in saying no, you cannot do that, right? So there is a twist here. Okay, so far, if you have like this video, we'll cover in that as well in the subsequent, and then we'll go on to the investor relation website of the companies and read their annual key. Please give a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new to the channel. It really motivates me to make these kind of videos. Okay, so basically, okay, so that's the question or come to mind, which we can easily see from this Bloomberg article. It says here Alibaba pledge. So Alibaba says, Alibaba chief CFO Maggie Wu, right, during the earning call, when they do a quarterly earning or annual earning, this is the May 22 earning call, will endeavor to comply with legislations that seeks to bring transparency to investor buying stock on US exchange. So they're saying, no, we are willing to comply with that. But seems like there is a problem from the other side of the government. They're saying, okay, why we want to open the books for the US auditors when, right? So that's the problem. So this is what Alibaba says. They think they are good, but right. So that's the main thing. Do we think that NIO is also same? So that's the another question come to my mind, because we know that's we think as a community, at least what I believe, this is more like a Tesla of China, right? To if you want exposure in that sector, and mostly people from think as well. Okay, so I find this another article on Baron, and in this article I also put a link in the description. Feel free to check it and read it out. NIO says the other, so here it's mentioned, okay, yeah, the NIO, the other highly valued US Chinese EV maker, believes it is in compliance with the new law, according to a spokeswoman. So their spokeswoman already make a statement that they think they are in compliance. So both saying, but seems once the company making these kind of a statement, this means either they are willing to work with those and they don't want to get this delisted or in the bad books, right? Okay. So now for me, what I did it, let's go to the Baba website first and see if we can find who is their auditor. Is this PricewaterhouseCoopers, Ernst & Young, most reputed name or not? So if I went to the Alibaba Group frequent asked questions, and if I mostly this information should be under the governance, because this comes under the governance, and they have the very frequent asked question, who is the Alibaba Group's auditor, right? So this is, we can find, this is the PricewaterhouseCoopers. This is a pretty renowned auditor. This is a principal external auditor. This is not like their internal, outside who did the audit. So seems like is good. So next thing what I have done, I went to their annual statement, SEC filing. You can go here. I'll show it to you one, and then open the annual filing. Should go to right, and then if I open the PDF, let me copy this and see if this is also, what is this? So basically this is all the this is the annual filing for them, right? For the Alibaba, the real name, it says, okay, Alibaba Group Holding. This Alibaba is actually registered not under the Cayman Island, right? Right, and is on New York Stock Exchange. So that's what it is. Okay, if I go here and do simple PricewaterhouseCoopers, they have mentioned here under, right? You can see there, I'll put a link there. You can do a similar kind of a search if you want. So PricewaterhouseCoopers, our auditor, is required under the US law to undergo regular inspection by PCAOB. What is PCAOB? Is the same, the short form of the Public Company Accounting Oversight Board, right? Right. So they are saying these are our auditors. So it's, the main thing is it's already mentioned here, right? In their says, and they're also saying there may be a list if they won't comply, right? It's under their risk as well. So feel free to check that out as well. The next thing is, okay, another big company is NIO. Who is the NIO auditor, right? Again, same thing. To save the time, I already went to the NIO investor frequent asked questions. And if I go to their, who is our independent auditor, if I click here, is again PricewaterhouseCoopers is their independent auditor. If I double click that, and just to save time, I have already opened the, this is Alibaba. Okay, Baba, what is this? Oh, this is NIO, right? This is, you see, this is NIO 20F. Foreign companies, they have to submit 20F, and if it's an American, is 10K, right? That's what you find those kind of informations. If I Control F, Control V, oops, I think I pressed too fast. It's already mentioned here, the consent of the company here as well, right? So if I go up, the policy pre-approved by our auditor. So you see they have a mention couple of places here, right? Even mention their fees under audit committee report. Yeah, and they have specially mentioned that attestation report of the registered public accounting firm. So this is a public accounting firm, right? Our independent registered public accounting firm, PricewaterhouseCoopers, well, very good enough. So the main thing is for me to highlight here is we don't have to depend upon anyone else now these days, right? Internet has all the information. We just need to go and look for that information and make some concrete sound decisions, because this is our hard-earned money and we don't want to miss it. For sure, everyone risk profile is different, right? Everyone risk appetite is different. That's what I'm trying to say. How you're going to invest, and somebody doesn't want to take too much risk, somebody wants to take more risk. For sure, risk return is of just two faces of a coin, right? How much risk and how much return you want to take. But there is another topic from the portfolio, maybe I'll cover in some other video, where you can diversify and reduce your risk and still have a decent amount of return. But this is the idea of this video, is to show you exactly, and so you can go there and try to see the fact themselves. For sure, some people, there might be a panic, and we can already see some stock prices going down. One way is very good, right? That okay, now as Americans or who has exposure to, we see these company, either foreign companies, to get the reliable data, right? Because this is their job, auditor's job, to go and see the data. So we get the accurate data and we get the complete data. So that's very important, right? So why important? Because no matter how much good model you produce, if you put the garbage in, the garbage out will be there. So we can make a correct analysis, we can make a correct choices, so we'll save and make a good return. Rather than investing in some fraud company, we'll invest in some good companies. But certainly I don't think so this is the case for at least these two. That's what at least we are seeing from these companies, but people have their different opinion. So yeah, let me know what's your opinion. If you do think we need to do our own judgment, and if you're positive and like this video, give a thumbs up, and also comment below what you think. Do you keep investing in Babas or NIO, or do you take a step back a little bit for a short period of time because of the market uncertainty, right? Because Mr. Market, as per Mr. Buffett said, it doesn't like uncertainty, right? So what you want to do, or the third case can be, maybe you want to go and just say want to see the stock a little bit more deeper, dip and buy more. Okay, so yeah, so let me know, and if you're new, I really appreciate if you subscribe to the channel, but don't forget to give a thumbs up. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.